Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting evening of 10 Dead Rats.
That's us.
Yes, indeed us. Time for your daily dose. Not even. Time for your
Yes.
usually
paid enough
weekly
to do this daily. Yeah.
dose of Warhammer Fantasy and old school D&D. Goodness.
If you listen to the same episodes every day, then it's
That's
daily.
true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if
Power
you
is in
listen
your
in like
hands.
10-minute increments, bit each
Yes.
day. Yeah, there you go. There you go. We scheduled it. We did it.
Yeah, you got it. How to get a little bit of us every day. There you go. Well, yeah, speaking of which, I think viewers of the show know that I'm in the process of moving. The movers are coming this Friday. So this is it. This is the last show from this house.
Wow.
Goodbye,
house.
Goodbye.
We knew it.
Background
We loved
that.
it. And now it's gone.
Yeah.
We're going to miss that bookshelf
Yep.
that isn't in the shot right now.
Not in the shot. Not in the shot. Because the books and the shelves and all that stuff is backed.
You should take some pictures of what your background usually is and then green screen it in when you're in a new place.
Yes.
In the
or
new place.
recreate your office identically.
Recreate it identically. There you go.
Yeah.
We'll try to get
Many
that
people fear change, so I think that's only reasonable.
Max is one of those people.
Most definitely. I mean, certainly.
Well, hopefully, we will be back after this show for our next 10 Dead Rats a week from tonight. And hopefully even the night before then, the Sunday before then, we will have our normal Wandering DM show. But hopefully the internet gets hooked up at my new place on Friday. We'll find out. Hold on to your butts.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. In the meantime, let's not dwell on that. Let us dive into tonight's exciting adventure of 10 Dead Rats. I was supposed to use that time to open my notes to the notes from last week.
Nope.
Wow.
So that
We got distracted by the rat song.
Got distracted by the rat song. All right. Last week on 10 Dead Rats, party spent a little time reconvening, discussing what everyone had missed, because everybody had missed a little bit back at the inn. And then we're woken up we're joined by Count Orlok, who came to ask them what was going on. Aren't they going to this new Electra Count meeting as part of the entourage of the Graph?
Orlok has never invited us to something good where we didn't get hurt in the end. No event has invited us to that didn't end in violence.
I mean,
The events of his that he didn't invite us to all turned out great.
The first rule of a Count Orlok party is you don't talk about Count Orlok's parties.
Yeah.
Don't get invited.
Don't get invited.
Just attend.
While getting ready to leave, Bruno discovered some disturbing puncture marks on his thigh. Hopefully nothing bad happened the night before that he spent with the vampires running with the wolves. The group then gathered up their gear and headed off to join up with the entourage of Graf Boris von Todbringer of Minheim to join in the proceedings, which turned out to be an election. Yori the 15th, Grand Theogenist, was attempting to push quickly through a vote for the new emperor, proposing the Crown Prince Wolfgang as the replacement. Crown Prince himself was there. The parties heard much about Crown Prince up to this point. First time they ever saw the guy. And last time they ever saw the guy, because he then proceeded to be very miffed when voted against by Graf Todbringer and turned into a giant horrific demon and killed the Graf. Yeah. And there was a lot of consternation about that.
And only 4 people of all the guards that were there decided to fight him. Just us 4. The rest of them were just like,
and
frankly,
there were a couple Knights Panther who attempted to help, but they were not very effective. They were not very effective.
It's hard to say Yeffy and I really fought.
They stabbed him once.
The group used the cover of the chaos to do a little interrogating of the dead of the... right? Didn't you interrogate somebody? You think you did?
Oh, yeah, we didn't learn anything.
Yeah,
I asked back
didn't learn very much.
Yeah. Well, they were reasonable questions.
Yeah. The group was then quickly ushered out as things seemed to be turning quite bad, and a lot of chaos erupting and accusations being thrown around, and the general and the Grand Theogenes thought it best to escape while they could. And so the group did. Mina and Jana had a touching farewell as the two realized that their paths were now headed in different directions. The group seeming to want to travel down south to Nuln, while Jana felt obligated to return to her master, the High Wizard in Middenheim.
Tough scene.
Yeah, it was tough.
It's cool. We're trying a long-distance relationship.
Ooh, boy, do I have some bad news.
Don't tell me that. Please continue.
Finally, the group decided that their best bet to get to Nuln quickly was with the aid of the vampires. And so...
I don't know why we decided that, but
they are basically us now, and we are them.
What?
So,
what are you talking about?
Use the word we.
Yeah, we call we short stuff.
Yeah.
So we rejoin the group as they head across Altdorf towards the Inn of the New Moon, where the Sterlingers have taken up residence. While traveling across Altdorf, you see many signs of the destabilization that is already ongoing, that the people are starting to board up houses or pack up carts and wagons to get out of town. Small scuffles breaking out here and there. Roving bands of Imperial Guard attempting to maintain order where they can, sometimes being outnumbered and being forced to retreat. You manage to skirt around all of this unease and make your way to the Inn of the New Moon. As you approach it, and you see the gate to the garden, you also see several coaches pulled out front, loaded with baggage.
Do we have ambition discussion to have?
Certainly. Let's talk about ambitions before we get into it. What is the current party ambition? Does anybody have that written down?
It's infiltrate the Purple Hand.
Infiltrate the Purple Hand, yeah.
I have find the Arch Lumen of the Purple Hand.
Yeah,
we discussed that one, and I think we agreed on the second, but I'm good with either.
That's fair. Did we want to change that? Is that?
Oh yeah. Do we want to change that to get the Warhammer, Hammer of War?
I
get
think
the Warhammer.
Warhammer. Everyone
Hammer of War.
I thought we had said that we wanted to make it like figure out the location of the hammer.
Oh yeah,
so that it was
I remember
more
this.
Attainable. Is that right? I feel like we talked about this last. I know.
I'm just trying to game the system. Got it. Yeah, find the location. It's a little more specific, a little bit more attainable within a couple of sessions.
I haven't gotten an experience point in a long time, so.
Well, you keep making your personal ambitions like make Yeffy not a vampire.
I do have a new personal ambition now. Incidentally.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm excited to hear it.
So my new personal ambition is learn the details of turning into a vampire so that I can prepare myself for the upcoming nightmare.
Oh boy. Fantastic.
Do we want to make the party ambition go find the location of the hammer?
I'm okay with that.
I guess.
I feel like Max is hedging his bets against the fact that maybe you won't be allowed to obtain the hammer.
That is quite worrisome. And I also think we can find the location of the hammer just by making it to Nuln and figuring out whatever other Lieberung figured out, or Wassermeyer.
Yeah,
so we can do it from the safety of the city. It's okay. I muted him just before I said that, so it's no problem.
My personal ambitions find Wassermeyer, which I think is just maybe not going to happen.
Well,
it feels like it might happen imminently, actually.
Yeah, it might.
Maybe I could find out the location of Wassermeyer and the location of the Warhammer.
And the location
find a lead to the location.
You know what? I actually like keeping infiltrate the purple hand because I feel like that keeps us on track in terms of what we're trying to get the Warhammer for.
Okay.
I don't even know how to infiltrate them anymore.
Think. No, I have no idea. I figure we just show up. We show up and we ask around. We tell them we've got a Lieberman. We show them that one picture that Paul has.
A Lieberman.
Yeah, but I think they're aware that the Liebermans are Sigmar's ancestral line.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Based on that one letter, that one time.
It does kind of feel like we've maybe disrupted them to such an extent that there's like nothing left to infiltrate, or they've succeeded. Like we're kind of both ways here. I don't know. Yeah, I do remember our original plan being to sneak into, like, become members or whatever, but that seems very challenging now, right?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm actually cool to change my personal ambition to trying to infiltrate the purple hand, and then changing our party ambition to a wider one, if that's what you guys want to do.
I'm going to change... Yeah, we should change it to the location of the Warhammer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
So that's what we're trying to figure out.
Great.
All right, party ambition is now find the location of the Warhammer.
Find a hint that will lead us to a person who may be able to give us information.
It's probably in a dungeon with a dragon.
No.
Dragons
aren't real.
Yeah.
Neither are dungeons, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't we go to a dungeon once? I think we did, in the terrible place, in the terrible castle with the terrible ladies.
Oh, like a real dungeon.
We did.
Yeah.
But it was a real dungeon. There was a man being tortured down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty terrible. There were giant rats. Oh, it was a real dungeon. It was just missing a dragon. It even had an orc.
Holy shit, it did have an orc. Wow. Damn, you're right.
Sadly not guarding a pie, but indeed.
Indeed.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
she's really bad at her personal ambition. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
So I just set my personal ambition to learn if the Sigmar prophecy could actually be about me, because I think Indigo still has some doubts.
Nice.
You had that prophetic vision, that time.
Yeah.
Was I like the only other person around who saw that?
No, we were all there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
we were all there.
I think some of us just questioned whether it was, a mechanism of magic or really the voice of Sigmar,
Exactly.
Or was it the voice of Bruno, who was invisible at the time?
Or was it the voice of Bruno, who was invisible at the time? I don't know.
Happened before.
It's happened too much before,
at least once.
Too much.
All right, so sorry, Indigo, your personal ambition is to find proof that you are indeed a descendant of Sigmar? Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah. So learn if the Sigmar prophecy could actually be about me, is how I have worded it here.
Gotcha.
I like that one. Yeah.
Excellent.
A little unsure, but.
And Yeffy, what is your current personal ambition?
It's still find Wassermeyer.
Find Gossameyer. Very good.
Yeah, it's yeah. If it doesn't happen this session, I'm changing it. I don't know to what though.
Wow, an ultimatum.
Drink more of Bruno's blood. I don't know.
Oh,
Turn
my
Mina
God.
into a vampire. Who knows? Could be anything.
Stay away from this weird sex stuff. It's fine.
No. That's. Why do you think vampire has anything to do with sex stuff? What have you been reading? Bram Stoker? Like, what?
well, yeah. I
Going
mean,
on?
it
the
kind
camera
of all
pans
is.
slowly to Orlok. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Listen, I didn't add those facts. That's all Paul. What we do in the shadows. That's all what that is right there.
I'm going to keep pushing through here. Bruno, your personal ambition is to learn about how to become a vampire. Is that true?
Learn the details of the vampire transformation process.
Very good. Very good. And Mina, what's your current personal ambition?
I just fulfilled mine the last session, so I don't know. I'd like to say like I would like to keep track on the purple hand, but I don't know that that's going to happen for a hot minute. So, like, I'd like to rebrand as infiltrate the purple hand, and then I will update that depending on what's going on with the purple hand when we get closer.
Rebrand.
Very good.
Well, it might wind up being like punch the purple hand in the face, ask them politely to stop, take their own hammer from them.
Their own hammer.
Very good.
Wow.
We'll find out.
We'll figure that out as we go. Excellent. So we join the group as they approach the Inn of the New Moon.
Love that moon.
Well, I'm not knocking, so
It's an inn.
Well,
You
it's a
don't
public
knock. You just go
premise, yeah.
inside. Yeah. Everyone's
As
invited.
you
You have to be
recall
invited.
from coming here before, you could go in the front door, and that will lead you right into the common room, which is kind of typical taverny, dimly lit, little fireplace, tables, etc. You remember there was some private conversations had, fairly quiet place. You also know that there's kind of a patio out back amidst a garden where the trees completely canopy over the garden. So there's a nice little sitting place out there where many of your friends have congregated before.
I guess I'll just go right back out back.
There's a little gate in the fence that leads back to straight back to the patio if you want to go that way. So where are you headed?
Just back out to the patio?
Yep.
The patio.
Heads over to the little gate, opens it up, walks back around the back side of the inn. You can see the large hedge. The little path leads through into the back area where it looks quite dark. You can see a little flicker of candlelight from the various lanterns that are back there. It's starting to get, I believe it's, I'm trying to remember what time of day it was when we left off last time. I believe it's evening. So it's starting to get dark.
Yeah, it's good evening.
Great. Yep. So it's starting to get dark, but it's even darker as you head through into this area that's all completely covered up. And you can see in the patio there are a few stacks of luggage, and you see some porters bustling about, piling things up. So you're coming out the door and putting things into stacks. Looks like no one's back here that you recognize. No one is out here like eating or relaxing or smoking, which is sort of typically this is what this space has been used for. Now it just seems to be being used as a spot to stage luggage.
Yeah, they're all packing up to go.
Yeah, it seems like the time. Are there porters going around, you said?
Yeah, porters moving back and forth carrying luggage.
Just go tug on one of their sleeves.
Yes. I'm very busy. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm Bruno. We're looking for Count Orlok. One eye. I know, kind of Kind of gets up in your personal space a lot.
Yes, I believe he's in the common room. He points to the door that leads back into the common room.
Oh, well, we only had 2 options. Man.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just go to the common room then.
Okay. You push open the door into the common room, and you can immediately hear the buzz of noise of people moving around. It's actually fairly full. You can see a lot of the entourage of Sterland, the Sterlanders who were at the meeting this morning, moving about. Some of them deep in conversations, others bustling about carrying, apparently packing bags and getting ready to leave. You can see there is a table towards the back where you can see Ariat and Count Orlok and the young Halt Anderson sitting around in not quite heated, but an intense conversation.
Those 2 always sit in the back. They're in the mafia.
Yeah. They always find like darkest corner. Like if this was one of those rooms that have multiple corners, like more than 4, there would be a person in each of those corners being like, I'm spooky. That's all I got. Let's go. Yeah. Let's sneak up real quiet and listen to what they're saying.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Oh.
All of us are equally good at that, so.
Yeah.
Let's have Yeffy sneak up with them all quiet.
Okay.
Excellent. I'll be guarding this
Listen to
doorway.
what they're saying.
Okay, so everyone hangs back at the doorway to the patio while Yeffy tries to sneak forward and get an earful. Yeffy,
Yeah.
roll me an agility test.
Can I disguise myself as a piece of luggage?
That's
I am a
conspicuous.
Luggage.
Push you. A piece of luggage scuttling self-propelled across the floor.
I can sneak real close to some curtains. Oh, that's not good. Hold on. So I can't use any of my skills, which is saying, Paul, that's fine.
Unless you have stealth.
Well, that's the one thing charlatans don't get. Damn.
Yeah.
Like a rogue header that has no stealth. What are we doing? No. I have contortionist and I have disguise.
Nope.
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
10. Okay.
So yeah, good luck with that, Yeffy.
You get Yeffy tries to idle towards the room, towards the group.
Duck and weave. I'm a shadow in the center of the room. Yeah.
Actually saying all these things out loud, yeah.
Shadow. Best vampire ever. Because I'm a ghost. Like a ghost, I blend in. Hi, everyone. What you talking about?
Oh dear. Hang on, give me a second here.
I'm just assuming I failed, Paul. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm owning it. Owning the failure.
There we go. So you do briefly hear a little bit about what they are discussing. And it seems to be generally that they are kind of arguing a little bit about which of the other provinces to ally themselves with. Because you hear them talking about the von Tassernick, the Grand Prince von Tassernick of Ostland, and his dispute with the Talbotlanders, and whether or not Middenheim is still going to be still bring any power to bear with their Graf slain. Although maybe the Baron up in Middenheim is going to take over, and he seems a capable man. and they're kind of just debating these points, and you hear a lot of these names being just shot out. But the new Ulrich maybe doesn't have as much influence in Middenheim as he used to have. Maybe we shouldn't involve ourselves in that. And then of the three of them, actually the person that you're closest to who's got his back to you is Count Orlok. When you suddenly see him kind of stiffen and turn and inhale. And he then spins around and he says, Deborah!
Hi!
What are you doing here?
We came to find you, actually. We may be in need of your assistance.
Yeah. We are not staying much longer. We depart as soon as the sun sets. Harriet kind of leans in and stares at her and says, the sun has already set. We are behind. We must get moving.
Yeah, it's kind of getting dark. Where are you headed off to? Back to Stirland? Because we gotta go to Nuln. Because there's some bad stuff going down there that we think might be a problem. I wish I was the one looking around. I'm like,
Orlok,
is everyone?
Orlok kind of reaches his hand around and kind of pulls you towards the table, Yeffie, unless you resist. Gently, but kind of grabs you and pulls you closer into the table. The rest of the group, you see this happening. You clearly see Orlok kind of pushing Yeffie in amongst the table, the group of them. And Orlok says, see, I told you Nuln still has an important part to play. We must send an envoy to Nuln. And Harriet says, no, we must return to Stirland and raise the army. There's going to be all-out war. There's no emperor holding this leaky ship together anymore. And who knows which province is going to come up with the successor.
I hustle over and try to pull Yeffie away from. There you are. Yep, let's just. Hey, glad we could hash out that thing with
Orlok. Orlok's still kind of holding on to one of Yeffie's sleeves as Bruno is tugging her in the other direction. And Orlok's not even really kind of looking. He's looking at Harriet, still trying to make his argument. It's very important. I swear to you, it's not a waste of time. Yes, it is. You'll never find that man. You have no leads left. You have no evidence that he even still exists. I tell you.
Which man are you looking for?
Dagmar's balls.
You stop it. He's not looking for Dagmar's balls. Don't distract him.
Sorry.
We still got those if you want them, I guess.
What man are you looking for? Exactly, because, it might be who we're looking for. Who knows?
I'm sure not, but there's I only know his title. They called him the High Master of the Dark Arts. He's an important figure in the Red Crown. We must crush! We must crush them! Harriet says, it's a fool's errand. You've been chasing them for years, decades even. Bartholomew, you'll never find them. Just give up already.
Bartholomew.
So embarrassing. We've heard about this guy, right? He was in one of the letters.
Yeah, he was allied.
Yeah,
he was.
Yeah,
the Archlumen mentioned him in a letter.
Yes, that's who that was.
As an ally?
I think so. I think they got their support.
Okay.
Well, listen. Oh, sorry. We know that someone who thinks they have a successor is in Nuln. You don't want them to succeed because they're the worst, just worse. They can't dress themselves. They hang out with rats, big rats, people rats, and it's real bad. Yeah, they do. What, Bruno? Am I saying bad things again? Oh yeah, I love your hat. It's nice.
Thank you. No, I think. Well, I'm also wearing a hat. It's just whose hat did you like?
Ariette's hat.
Oh dear.
Look at Ariette and then right down at my inner thigh.
Yeah.
Bruno, has it ever occurred to you that might have been me? Okay, moving on.
Well,
Moving on. I don't know. I can't remember.
Uh-oh. Compartmentalize.
Right.
Well, we can help. We want to go to Nuln. It's kind of, according to this map I'm looking at, on the way to Stirland. You all can drop us off, and we'll find the Grand Master of the Dark Arts. And we'll take care of him.
You know?
Ariat just kind of looks very frustrated. Do what you want, Bartholomew. We are returning to Stirland to raise the army. Come along, Albrecht.
And that's
the
about.
kid,
I mean,
hauls him up, the Count Orlok. I kept trying to call him Bartholomew, which is a little weird. Count Orlok kind of slumps back down in his seat, and he looks at you, and he kind of waves you to seats at the table if you like. Well, but
hello.
You've heard of the High Master of the Dark Arts?
I think he's compensating for something.
I think he's genuinely curious if we heard about him.
What? No.
We're after another group that I think is allying themselves with Red Crown.
Oh. Who's this?
The Purple Hand.
A lot of colors and color items sort of pattern.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, there are many secretive cults of chaos, of course.
Yeah.
Deborah, it is good to see you again.
Oh, thanks.
So Bart, we can, it seems good. We will travel if we can all, we just get a little help. We used to have a boat and we kind of lost it, so we need a little help just getting to Nuln, and we'll root out this Grand Master of Darkness, or whatever his high school
what do you know?
band is called.
What do you know about the Grand Master of the Dark Arts?
Well, I know that he was aiding the Red Crown in their studies in necromancy.
Oh, necromancy. Ugh.
You don't like necromancy?
Oh.
It's complicated.
Oh. We're cool with it. Okay, yeah. I mean, right, necromancy. Sorry.
I mean, you got some members of this conversation are like a little bit undead.
Francis isn't here.
I like this one.
Yeah.
I
Watch out for your thighs, Mina.
I move a little bit further behind Indigo. My favorite spot. My favorite location.
Yes, but the Red Crown promotes mutation. Ultimately, worshippers of Tzeentch, and I cannot abide by it. The mutants are disgusting.
Indeed,
Did you know about the prince? Did any of you know about the prince? That he was like
know
that?
that he was a mutant. I'd heard rumors, but I assumed they were nonsense.
He was kind of like a super mutant. Like that was
kind of
like someone did that on purpose.
I saw. It was horrific.
It helped.
Yeah.
Do you think the Red Crown was behind it? I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, it certainly seems like someone who does a lot of, I don't know, practice.
Yeah.
At this point, we've got a lot of enemies who could be responsible.
Yeah.
Right. Was the Garbage Castle part of the Red Crown? We knew this. They were, right?
The Wittgensteins?
Yeah.
I think so. They were at least worshippers of Tzeentch. Or no, Slanesh.
Yeah, they different.
Yeah, it was Slanish.
Different Lord of Chaos. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
yeah.
This town is terrible.
Yes, I've heard cults of all 4 of the ruinous powers have been on the rise.
We've, I guess, encountered all of them, huh? Now that I think about it.
We got 4.
Probably not.
No, we haven't
Well,
hit. We haven't hit the pestilence one, right?
Don't wish that upon us.
Yeah, that's true. We've missed one.
One short.
Great. I'm sure Nuln will be free of disease.
Oh, man.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's bad. So Nuln, we want to go there
Yes.
to stop this guy who
You're rich
might
and well connected.
This
Yeah,
is
you want to
true.
lend us a
Handsome as well.
coach?
Ooh, so
Yeah,
where
certainly
where
rich.
do you think this dark? Okay. Oh my god. Where do you think this dark arts guy is?
I'm not certain. I don't. Unfortunately, all I know is that title. I assume he's connected to one of the universities down there because of his vast academic knowledge, but I don't even have a name to go on.
Are there a lot of
we know his
universities
name.
in Nuln?
What, you know his name?
What?
Don't we?
No,
Yeah.
what?
Frank. Something
You know-
Frank or something Frank.
Oh right, it's Frank, and we thought maybe it was the other Frank, and we all freaked
I
out.
thought that was the Archlumen of the Purple Hand.
All right, you know what,
Oh.
Orlok
Yeah.
Bartholomew, honey, darling, we have to huddle up real quick. We're gonna get some beer real quick because we're parched,
Yeah.
and then we'll be right back to have this conversation. Everybody, come here. Let's compare notes real quick because I'm super confused. Who's the Red Crown, and are they the Purple Hand? Are they a different group? Who's the Archlumen versus whoever this Dark Arts Master Voldemort guy is? And who are all these people? Can we just have a little get together and compare notes for those
Sorry,
people
Bart,
who can
I gotta
read?
go huddle with Yeffy real quick.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah, that would be great
Yeah.
if there was like some kind of like map we could draw or something.
Or maybe a folder of documents we could just quickly peruse.
Would you just like to hear mine and Indigo's recollections of scattered facts? I think that.
No,
that
you don't.
is-
You don't rewatch the
Yeah,
show,
I mean-
so I only trust Indigo's recollections.
Well, if I remember, and I haven't written any of this down because I
Yeah.
can't read or write, but as I recall with my impeccable memory,
Yes.
we found in the Red Crown, we had run-ins with them when we were after Mina's old boss.
Right.
The goblins, Gutbag, was allied with them in some capacity to basically just fuck around in whatever that town was, the little town outside of Nuln.
Grissenwald.
Grissenwald, yes. And we found out recently in the Lieberung house, we found a message about from the Archlumen to one of the Lieberungs that mentioned the High Lord of the Dark Arts and the Red Crown, him being named something Frank or Frank something.
So as you're having this discussion, Count Orlok has gone upstairs to his room to pack his trunk. The 4 of you are now huddled around the table and pulling papers out of your bags and trying to remember all these things. And you do eventually find this letter, which I believe is the one
Thank you.
that that Indigo is
Yes.
referring to.
Yes, I mean I wouldn't know
Or
because
from.
I can't read it, but
Mm-hmm.
Is the High Master. Okay.
Right. This is Carl Lieberung.
Edgar Frank.
Right.
This is a letter apparently written
Oh.
from the Archlumen to Karl Lieberung a long time ago. Clearly, this letter is quite old. It was found in the Lieberung estate, which looked to be
Right.
abandoned by the time you were there. It had been hoarded by Drakilda, actually, who had been hoarding information about the Lieberungs, and it was in her pile of things that she had scavenged
Right,
about the
the
Lieberungs.
doppelganger.
Wow, I can't wait to go all the way to Nuln and find Frank there. That's
Oh
going to
my
be a
God.
real,
Okay,
a real shit show.
so we do have a name.
Yes.
Take that, Orlok.
Man, there's so many cults that we have to destroy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
For the sake of our podcast listeners, the specific passage in here that we're all looking at does mention, it says, our efforts to infiltrate the Red Crown have come to fruition, and we were able to make contact with the High Master of the Dark Arts, Edgar Frank. The professor has uncovered some distressing information regarding the prophecy surrounding your family.
Distressing to them.
Yes.
Sorry, yeah. Distressing for them means good for us.
Yeah, I hope.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's trade Orlok. Let's trade Orlok the name for his help getting to Nuln. So we can prove we can do it, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Which cult does Orlok belong to?
The vampire
Does he belong to them? Just the vampire cult?
It's vampires.
Oh, it's just vampire. Okay. Okay.
Was that not culty enough? Oh,
No,
man, my thigh itches. Damn. Okay, but fortunately, soon we'll have nothing to do with vampires once we get out of here.
Oh,
okay. Sure.
Okay, I guess.
I don't think he means it personally, Effie.
What could be personal?
Nothing.
All right, where's Orlok? Let's you know.
So,
Orlok's room. Let's go to his bedroom. That'll work out.
Certainly not.
Orlok comes down the stairs with a porter behind him carrying this huge trunk on his back. And Orlok he kind of starts to head towards the front door, stops for a minute, remembers, looks over and sees your table, and turns to the porter and he says, "You will stay here." comes over to your group. So, are we going to Nuln then?
So, so we know the name of the Grand Master of the Dark Arts.
What is it?
Edgar
Frank.
Damn it.
Edgar Frank. How do you know this?
We have a letter.
We have our ways. Oh,
I'm so sorry. I'm bad at this. Why didn't we just show this to Arietta? Then she would have gotten solely sold on super competent.
Just hand the letter to Orlok at this point. Here, we just...
and his eyes open wide, and he looks at it. From the Ariette, look at this. And he goes,
see? Now she's gonna. No, now she's gonna help us. She likes
comes over
us.
and he points at it, and he says, "Look! It's from the Archlumen. That's the leader of the Purple Hat."
What?
She looks it over and she goes, "Well, it is a lead, I suppose. You were on to something after all, Bartholomew. I'm impressed.
It's our lead.
We did that.
Yeah,
We
just handed that letter a second ago."
He continues to ignore your group. You must let us use the black coach.
Oh, I mean, any color is fine.
All right, you have it, Bartholomew. Good luck to you. I'll see you back in Stirland. Excellent. turns and he goes to head for the door, goes about halfway, and he turns around and he comes back and he comes rushing back. I almost forgot. And he hands you back the letter. Let's go.
Great.
Do you have your things?
You
Are
don't-
you ready?
You don't have to come with us if you don't want to. Like, we'll be good.
What? What do you mean I don't
suggest-
have to come with you?
You don't
I'm
have
going to kill Edgar Frank.
Okay, sure.
Well, we want to talk to him at least a little bit first.
All right, you could do that after I
quick
kill
chat.
Well,
We can.
Well, that's
actually.
technically able to do, yeah.
Sure, no.
can we talk to him before you kill him?
him. Well, perhaps.
What if we get to do a little talking before and then a little talking afterwards? Kind of split the difference.
How about you talk to him while I'm killing him? I'll
Just
go
he's going to be
slowly.
distracted by getting killed, I think. I mean, it's going to the forefront of his mind.
Very well.
Hey, how many rooms does the black coach have? Probably a lot. But
Rooms.
Like, for people to
rooms
sit.
is not the word I'd use. Come. Get your thing. You have your things? Are you all ready to go?
You need to
Uh,
go by our inn, and we'll get our stuff, and then we'll go. Yeah.
If
You
you want to
better
listen,
try
I
to
need-
hide in.
I need my nightgowns. I need my fancy gown. I need
Oh.
my looks like a piece of luggage gown. I need the one with all the pockets.
Lot of
Understand?
gowns.
I need my extra weapons.
Hurry
These are
up,
actual
then.
I have a
weapon.
lot of books. I left a lot of books there.
Hold your
I actually
horses,
recently lost all my
Bartholomew.
world
Jeez.
possessions, so I'm good. Yeah.
Just remember who
I've been
gave you
with my
the
honest
letter.
man for decades.
That's
I'm very
right.
excited.
That's right. I know, and we just helped you, so you can wait the 5 minutes it takes for us to get our things. Right?
All right, you
Also,
get
we
your
have-
things, and I'll
we have
go out
lots of
for a bit of
letters.
dinner, and I'll meet you back here. Good? Excellent. That?
Great.
Sure.
Is the porter still standing there?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go get our stuff. There,
so
great.
I
it all
noticed
worked
an
out.
interesting downside to this plan that we have to hang out with Orlok the whole time. I hadn't really.
Well, he's clearly very strong. So that's helpful.
And handsome, I've heard. And handsome.
Yeah, if you're into that. Kind of bat thing.
He can turn into a bat. That's useful.
Yeah, sure. He can run away.
Maybe we can distract him with things. I'm assuming we're getting our stuff while we're talking about
Yeah.
this.
Oh, yeah.
You head back across town to pick up your things.
Yeah.
It's actually fairly difficult. It takes you a good chunk of time to go across town and back, simply because definitely you get this sense that Altdorf itself is practically fracturing into little camps, almost as if it's splitting into a representative of the very provinces that make up the empire, and there's a lot of tension, and you definitely overall get the feeling like this is it, that this is the beginnings of war. There's
bad.
little groups breaking out into fights here and there. More and more, you see the little knots of Imperial Guard more often fleeing or securing themselves rather than attempting to quell any of the unrest. You make it across town to your inn and gather your things, and you head back to the New Moon as you have your discussion. Is there other stuff that you wanted to talk about before you reach there?
We were staying in the same inn as the rest of the Knights Panther and all that, right? Or were they staying somewhere else?
Indeed, you were. Indeed,
Have
you
they
were.
cleared out?
Although by the time you reach that place, they have already cleared out. They've already left.
Oh, thank God.
Wow. Pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to tell them that they should go. Sucks here. Well, there's
Does.
nothing
Is there any?
here
Yeah.
for us
Oh.
anymore. So
Oh man. Just make sure you keep it all bottled up inside, though. Don't let it out. Don't let it out.
What?
The only way to do it.
Oh,
Sealed.
okay.
Keep those emotions deep down until they wither away to nothing. It's fine.
Great advice. I'll do my
Bruno
best.
does
That's
have
what
some
I've done.
good advice here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I usually do.
I've lived
great.
most of
Yes,
my
well,
life recently doing the opposite of whatever Bruno says, so I'm not a vampire right now. So
Nobody's a
Bruno's-
vampire right now.
Bruno's not a vampire.
Bruno's not a vampire. I'm
He's
Bruno.
He's not a vampire yet.
Or
Yeah.
or Indigo, whichever is more convenient at the time. Bruno's not a vampire. Indigo's not a vampire. Mina's not a vampire. Let's go.
Yeah. Mino and Indigo are not vampires.
Exactly.
Full stop.
I'm Indigo, so let's go.
As
What?
you're making your way through the streets, you see an older man standing on top of a little upturned apple crate, shouting, "This is our punishment for going against the word of Sigmar. Sigmar has brought his wrath upon us. Repent and declare your love of Sigmar. Only then shall we be saved." And just as he's saying that, he gets jumped by two guys in wolf pelts, and they just start beating the shit out of him right there in the street.
oh my god.
Well, I don't have a dog in that fight.
Yeah, okay.
Well then,
Should the heir of Sigmar do something?
should that be? You should help that crazy guy.
Whoever that is should probably do something about this. Let's get going.
Yeah.
I got a sick box to carry.
Rattling with weapons.
Wow.
Sorry, I can't spare a single dime. Let's go.
Excellent. You finally make it back to the New Moon, and you can see parked out. Some of the crowd that was here before is gone already, and you can see, however, that parked right out front of the New Moon is what is clearly a very large hearse. It is got two large black stallions hooked up to the front of it. It is long, black, very ornate-looking carriage in the back, but it is extended long, and it looks like it could hold some number of coffins. As the horses kind of snort and stamp their feet in the cold, crisp air, one of them turns its head a little bit in your direction, and Yeffy, you notice that it's got kind of gaunt, skeletal-looking features, and it looks like a little bit of smoke rather than condensation shooting out of its nose, and its eyes burn red.
Demon horse.
Cool.
A little on the
Cool.
nose,
Thanks,
doesn't it?
Yeah. So,
That's
who wants
us.
to guess if that's the black coach?
That's a black coach with demon horses. Those are some
Just
demon
regular
horses. Okay.
Look
Okay.
at him. I go up and pet
Oh,
one of the horses on his
Oh
snout.
no, Bruno! Bruno, slaps
On
his
Alyssa's head and Winnie's and Bruno, you can see almost like a flickering red in its eye, like a quick blink of a flame. But otherwise, to you, Bruno, it does look like a normal black stallion, if a little large and spirited.
Yeah, it's just antsy.
Oh,
Probably ready
that horse
to.
is. There's something up with that horse. There's something up with that horse. That horse is possessed or a robot. I think it's a possessed horse, though. Really, I think it's just possessed with something.
At this point, Orlok comes out of the front of the inn, followed by that same porter still carrying his trunk, and he directs the porter, who heaves it up on the top of the coach and starts tying it down. And Orlok comes around the side to where the four of you are. Do you have any baggage? He points up at the top of the.
Oh, so
Yeah.
much
I'll
baggage.
Hoist my crate up.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. It's a loud metallic clatter. Indigo hoists it up there, and the porter starts tying that down as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nina's
she's-
gonna clutch all of her books to her chest. I'm good.
Excellent. Excellent.
I got some of my
Good.
baggage here. Bruno, get out of the way. They can't get to the baggage I have.
The porter continues to load things on top of the coach. And,
I take out the picture of old Indigo I have, and I put that up on the top. There we go. See, I've got luggage.
A loose piece of paper. The porter literally looks at it and goes, "A loose piece of paper."
You
Put
can
it
tape
up
it to
top,
the
it's
side
luggage.
if you like,
He,
so
like,
everyone can
tucks
see it as
under
they drive
a
by.
robe. Orlok goes around to the back and opens up the back doors of the coach, and turns to you and says, "Deborah, please choose your seat." And you look inside, Yeffy, and you can see 6 coffins in the back.
Yep, should have seen that coming.
Oh,
Can I ride in front? Is that okay? Can I?
Oh,
how lovely.
no! Orlok comes over to you, Indigo, and looks at you. Wait. With his one good eye, looks at you right in the eye, and he says, "I mean, if you want to see Mor's realm, you could sit up front. I can't promise you'll make it back out, though."
What?
That's probably.
Okay, a coffin is fine, I guess. That's
Ah, good choice.
The second one to the back.
Are there breathing holes in these? Can I?
Oh, I
Can I,
forgot.
like-
You need that, don't you?
Please.
Yes, that's sure. He goes over to one of the coffins, and he takes a dagger, and he just kind of smashes it in and rips a couple holes in the lid of it. Just gouges a couple holes into the top of the coffin. How's that?
Can I?
You'll be
That's great.
fine.
Yeah.
Up in. You can
Great.
see the inside is all nice and plush looking, and covered in a nice crimson velvet.
Looks
Everyone
nice.
good?
Ooh, velvet.
The porter,
That's nice.
as you all pile into the back of the coach, the porter comes and shuts the doors from behind, and it's quite dark in here.
Where's the porter staying? Is there like a cot?
What? No, he stays here.
Oh,
who drives the coach?
He can't come where we're going. He's alive. And he knocks on the.
I'm alive.
On the,
Wait, I'm alive.
he knocks on the
Excuse me?
on the roof with his
That's all of you?
Click, click, click. And suddenly, immediately, the cart pulls away and it starts rattling. And he says, "I suggest you stay in the coffin then." And he climbs into a coffin and he says, "I'll see you in the morning in Nuln." Punk. He closes his coffin.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna get one of the coffins now. Yeah.
Ah,
Yep.
I
You-
get
is
the
everybody
coffin
climb into a
with all the
coffin?
holes in it.
Yeah.
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 I don't like it.
It is very
Are they-
claustrophobic and very
Are they
creepy.
human-sized coffins?
They're human-sized coffins, yeah.
I get into
Oh, you
the
have
same
plenty of
one
room,
you
Bruno.
have. Yeah, I get in the same one you have.
ah.
There we go.
Yeffy and Bruno
Cuddle.
share a coffin. Excellent.
Adorable.
Excellent.
Yoki's
Here.
eyes clenched tight.
You
Uh,
hear
Yeah.
you hear the rattle of movement, the creak of wood. You feel a strange sensation as if the coach feels like it's bumping and whatnot, and then it kind of like hits a bump where it kind of lifts up and just doesn't land. Like you wait for that thud of it landing and it doesn't happen, and you feel this very odd sensation, and then you can see around the cracks of your coffin lids, you see little bits of ice forming.
Oh.
And it
Bruno?
gets very cold, and you
Oh,
can
chilly.
see your breath in front of you as you breathe out by the very, very dim bits of light that penetrate the cracks of the coffin.
Oh my god.
Indigo keeps his eyes clenched tight, tightly shut the entire ride.
That's good. That's good.
Nina's
On the
trying
bright-
to see
Nina's trying to see. Excellent.
through the little
On the
holes.
bright side-
Oh, this is the worst.
On the bright side, Bruno, I think I can still breathe. Look. That's a good thing.
It seems like you're trying really hard to do it, though, and usually it just goes
No.
backward.
No, it is natural. I just think about it and it happens.
Great. Should have switched to my own coffin. Okay, great. This is no problem.
No, this is okay. We can fit in one. It's all right. I don't know why you crawled into mine, but that's okay. Why did you crawl?
I was confused. They're plus they're human sized. They're so big. It's kind of
They
weird
are
to be in a person sized
big.
coffin when I'm a halfling sized guy.
Yeah. I'm still kind of the width of a human.
Yeah, I have noticed that it's a little cramped. It's more cramped than I expected, but it's fine. It's fine. I kind of thought we'd go head and toes, but we've gone side to side. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yep, that's good.
Nina,
So,
roll me an agility test, please.
Oh, an agility test. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like trying not to listen to these guys.
we're gonna wake up and see just Nina's skeleton.
Well, bad news, guys, about the necromancy. Oh boy, that's a 7.
Excellent. You try to kind of like peek out the holes of the coffin, but really all you see is the roof, the interior roof of the coach. You swear you think there's little bits of light peeking in from somewhere. You seem to remember maybe there were like little windows in the back door with like little curtains over them. So you're trying to see that. You feel like maybe if you just push the lid up a little bit, you might get a little peek. Do you want to try?
Yes.
Okay, great. Make me a willpower
just
test,
like-
please.
Oh man!
Oh, cool. I'm good at that.
Oh no.
That's a 10.
10. So you slowly push up the lid a little bit, just a crack, just to see outside, and you feel like you briefly see the windows out back with the curtains are kind of closed, but one of them drifts open a little bit, and you just see this swirling mist outside. It's kind of got a reddish hue, and you'd swear you see like gaunt faces forming in the mist, like really horrific, and they stretch and gape and just open their mouths wide as if in a silent scream. And what you feel is like all the warmth, any heat that was remaining in the coffin that you're in, just like immediately gets sucked out of that crack, and suddenly you're freezing cold, and you feel like your entire life force is just getting sucked right out of the coffin. And so you kind of like jerk back and let the coffin lid slam shut, and you look at your hands and you can see that you have frostbite on all of your fingers.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And you'll take
Christ.
3 wounds.
Excellent. Great. Cool and good. Ow.
And good.
Ow.
Very cool. Very legal.
You feel woozy and really cold, and you curl up into a ball, Mina, to just try and retain any body heat you can. And you're shivering, and you feel really tired. And amazingly, despite the freezing, biting cold, you drift off for just what feels like just a second, just a moment, and you wake with a start when suddenly there's bright light coming at you. And you look up and you see that the coffin lid is wide open, and you can see Count Orlok looking down at you. And he looks at you as your eyes kind of slowly open. You have little bits of like crystallized ice on your eyelashes, and he says, "Well, aren't you going to get up?"
Yeah. Do you have fire or more blankets or some hand?
You best get out. Just get out. Goes over to the next coffin and lifts open the door. Hey, Deborah, how could you?
What?
Yessi and Bruno entwined together in a single coffin.
Yes.
He just spins on his heel, walks, he stomps away. He flings open the lid to Indigo's coffin and gives it a kick. Get up!
Get helmet, Kolb.
Are we there yet? Are we there?
We're there.
Oh, thank God. Oh, okay.
Where was that?
Clamber out. Don't ask those kinds of questions, Mina.
No, I would like to.
I'm gonna go get our luggage.
Indigo's right on this one. Yep. Better go get the luggage.
As you climb out of the back of the coach, you immediately feel much warmer. It feels much more normal, even though it is actually, there's a little briskness in the air. It's getting to be fall, but it is much warmer. You feel like your blood circulating again. You feel much better getting out of the coffin. And you find yourself in the center of what appears to be a very large city. You're parked outside
we didn't go anywhere. What the heck, Orla?
of an inn that
city, you idiot.
That appears to be called the Ink Pot, and it's got a little picture of an ink pot on it. And and Orlok is commanding a different porter, but another porter. Bring my luggage to the nicest room you have. Put the other luggage somewhere else.
Also a nice room.
Okay, so so no further questions about how we got here, right?
Nope.
I would,
Agreed.
no, I
Great.
I would like
Demon
to
horses.
Barthol, what?
Demon horses.
Let me stop you here. Let me stop you 1 second. Before you go and you ask these kinds of questions, think about all of the people that we've met and killed in our adventures together. All of them had had a few things in common, right? They had lots of money. They all could read, and they all asked kind of interesting questions about strange things that happened to them. And they all turned to madness and evil. So I've sort of decided to live my life along the lines of don't do any of those things.
I'd like to have money.
And it's worked out. Well, the money part, I think, is...
Indigo is potentially God reincarnate, and the rest of us are just regular people and not vampires, so...
Okay. Well, as the regular person in this group, I think it would be cool to know what kind of hellscape there were... Like, are
Did you
those
open your coffin?
the soul... No?
You peeked! You peeked!
Never peeked.
See? That's exactly right. Unless you want to see some cool shit, but usually don't peek. You gotta balance it. You gotta balance it. There's some stuff that's cool to peek at. Yeah.
Bruno, this was really cool. Like, it was really cool. There was like this freaky ghost guy, and he was like, "Ooh, I'm the soul of the damned." It was all blue and icy, and it hurt me just to look at it.
Who was he? What did he say? Was it Ernst Heidelman? Was it?
Yeah, no, he didn't specifically say like, "Ooh, Bruno killed me," and I hate him so much.
Okay, well that's a relief. Okay, Phew, right.
Yeah, maybe it's people were killed by vampires and now they live in special vampire hell.
Ooh, that's good. Anything. You should write a book about that. Yeah, keep going on that one.
Vampire hell. Yeah.
Ghosts of vampire hell. And then they breed special horses to go there. Yeah. That's good.
How spooky was he? Like, was he kind of spooky or like intriguing spooky?
Oh, he was very spooky. Like, I felt like I had no will left to live spooky. Went back in the coffin on purpose.
Ooh, that's strange.
That's a bad kind of spooky. That's the kind of spooky you don't ask questions about.
Right, no questions. Okay. Shouldn't peek. We'll peek, maybe.
Oh my god.
You guys never take me anywhere cool.
No.
Well, we might be stuck here, depending on whether or not Count Orlok is still mad at us.
I'm mad at you.
He'll get
but-
over it.
What?
Yeah.
Me? I think he's just mad at me. Maybe he's just mad at me, I guess. He should be equally as mad at Bruno. That's what I would say in my book.
I don't
No.
think he's
No,
as
yeah.
into Bruno as he is. All right, whatever.
Somebody's like Bruno.
It takes two to get in a coffin.
That is, I mean, technically true. Very few people get into it on their own.
I got into one of my own.
Look, it was dark. I stumbled into a coffin. I could have wound up in the same coffin as Indigo. You know, all sorts of crazy stuff happens. It could have been, spooky peeking coffin. That would have been something.
Yeah, I fell, he tripped. The same old story. All right, so where are we going from here?
Right.
Ask a man about a hammer?
We have a couple leads, yeah. We could... So it does sound like this... Whatever his name, Franck guy, is a professor of some kind. So we can ask about him.
Yeah, he's
Go to the
gotta be-
university. Find out about vampire hell.
Yeah,
Not
and then we could also talk to the Sigmarites, who apparently know more about the hammer.
Right. Do we want to split up, or do we want to go, one at a time?
I don't. We should go talk to the Sigmarites, yeah?
Sure. We
First?
talk to them first,
Okay.
and then we
Okay.
go find Edgar Franck.
Cool. Good. Should we tell the horrifying gentleman where we're going, or ask what he's doing, or pull our resources, or simply leave?
Well, first, Yeffy needs to drink Bloody Mary here. Kind of running low, so
I do.
keep that. Maybe let me just take a little.
Nope. Give it.
I'm
I don't have to drink that. Give it to me now.
Okay. I don't really want to. It's a little even for me, a little much maybe.
Yeah, a little bit too much for you. I can handle it. She just sounds it.
You realize, as you drink it, that it actually helps a little bit of a headache that you were starting to form, and you realize you've been standing out here around the coach outside the inn, and that the sun has been coming up, and you've got your sunglasses on, but it's still like, even with the sunglasses, you still feel like this kind of like the light is too bright, and you feel a little headachy. But the thing that Bruno handed you actually does make you feel a little bit better.
Huh. I'm going to go inside for a little bit. Sit down. This is good. Thank you, Bruno. This is very helpful. Her tongue just goes down the tube like a dog in a peanut butter jar.
A little trickle of red coming down the corner of Yuffie's mouth. And she,
We're limited vintage right now, possibly on its way out. Okay, saving that freak out. Still sitting on it.
Well, while you're freaking out,
Nope, nothing to freak out about.
Sure. Since you're not freaking out, can you help?
Oh my gosh! Wow, this is what peeking. Man, you should always wear gloves if you're peeking.
Yes.
How many of these do we got to snip?
Oh my god, none of them. I need these.
You don't want to go for. It's frost. All right. I mean, we can try non-snipping alternatives, but snipping is very effective.
They're a little warmer now. See, this one's almost pinkish. See?
Yeah,
I can almost feel it.
Blue, though.
Oh my god!
Well, can I take a stab at treating Mina's frostbite without cutting her fingers off?
Please.
Give me a surgery roll.
5 plus 2, 14.
Oh.
I
They actually have a really big
that-
bonus in this.
Yeah.
I was like, oh god, a
Yeah,
5.
yeah.
All right. Well, so much for those fingers.
I think that is. Yep. That will heal 1d6 plus 1 wound.
Oh, great.
Oh yeah.
4 wounds.
All right. Thank you.
So your hands are not, your fingers are now all bandaged up, like each one is wrapped up in these bandages. It's a little.
I'll need
it's
to
a
look
little
at that.
awkward.
Because
All of them.
yeah, potentially it'll just spread to the rest of your hand. Well, we'll check on it tomorrow. It'll probably be okay.
Okay. Cool.
And what do you do?
What do we do? Should we get our
What
room?
do we
first?
do?
You should get our
Oh,
room.
yeah,
I'll
let's-
get that all set up. Okay, I'll get them all set up. How about you guys figure out where the Sigmarites are at, and if there's a university with Edgar, Frank Edgar. I don't know.
Yeah.
I always get confused with first name, last name people. It's confusing for me.
It's double first name there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you know he's evil.
I will ask around for directions.
Give me a fellowship roll.
I'll be right back.
You got it. Can I use my gossip skill?
You can.
Ooh.
Heck yeah. Oh, not great. 10.
Okay. So yes, you speak to the landlord, who tells you, of course, if you're looking for the Church of Sigmar, he gives you directions to that. It's just over there, on Gottlieb. When you ask about where is there university, he looks at you a little confused. He's like, well, which one? There are 10.
10.
Are you looking? Yes, of course. This is Nuln.
I've never been.
Oh, you haven't? What brings you to
Not my
Nuln?
first time. Personal business. Also some sightseeing.
Oh, yes. It is one of the finest, largest cities in the empire. It's the jewel of academic life in the empire. It's where Karl Franz himself was educated. All praise Emperor Karl Franz. There's it's,
Yeah. Yep. Well, praise the Emperor.
Oh, he's
Yes.
so alive.
What are the 10 different colleges then?
Oh, there's the Imperial Gunnery School, then there's the School of Alchemical Knowledge, and there's he rattles off 10 different schools, some of which have names, and some of which more descriptive about what kind of things they study. Basically, it does sound like the Imperial Gunnery School is perhaps the largest. He says it has many forges and smelteries, as well as its main campus. But there's a lot of, you just get the idea, there's a lot of industry and education around that here. None of the universities he mentions are in any way directly, obviously magical. He doesn't. This is unlike in Altdorf, where the schools are really more about the magical learning. Here, they appear to be architecture and more in that realm of.
Paul,
Interesting.
when I was here with Atelka, did we go anywhere magical? Is there any magical like starting point that I would remember?
As you recall, let's see.
All the necromancers hang
There
out
wasn't-
together, right?
Okay.
No, definitely. Itelka, when she was here, what she was involved with and who she was studying with seemed very underground. It was more of a thing that met at like random coffee shops and basements of libraries and such.
Cool.
You don't remember any official like magical schooling. In fact, I mean, you do is your general knowledge of the Empire based on everything you've known in your past and what you've read from your books is that like really Altdorf is the center of magical learning.
Yeah. And if my past with Itelka is any indication, probably she went to the meetings and I picked up toiletries.
Yeah, probably.
I met afterwards. She never brought me anywhere cool.
Look how much better it is with us. Yeah.
I mean, at least I got to see a cool ghost dude. Sort of. You fixed my fingers. So.
Fixed. We'll see. It's healing is a process.
Stop bending that. They're all working.
Stop bending them. Ooh, don't bend them yet. Yeah.
I can't bend them? How am I supposed to pick up my coffee?
Yeah, like that. Exactly. Perfect.
Well, I guess we can start at the Temple of Sigmar, and then we'll have to find the right school that this professor is at.
I mean, we could just like pick up brochures from all of them and see if the professors are listed. Go to the directories.
Yeah. See if we can audit a class.
Oh, do you think so? What kind of classes they have this semester?
Oh man, nerd.
I'm not the one who wrote a manifesto.
It was a treatise.
Do you think it could count as like a thesis? Like you could get a PhD or something?
I mean, I think I got. I mean, I'm a doctor now, not because of it, but you know, it certainly is defensible in the School of Medicine. Yes.
So who's the nerd?
You know, that's like bare knuckle debating medicine, getting your hands dirty stuff, not sitting in a classroom thinking about whatever it is. I don't know, whatever it is they learn. Math?
Ridiculous. Thank God doctors don't have to go to classes. Anyway, my fingers will be fine. Let's go to the
temple then, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
What are we going to say to the Sigmarites?
The Archlumen.
Yeah.
That would be bad. He's a bad guy.
It would be bad if he's a bad guy.
He is a bad guy. The Archlumen's definitely a bad guy, right?
The
Archlumen.
Oh, the Grantheogenist. Oh, there you go. That's much better. Yeah, okay.
I mean, he did send you. Did he, like, write you a letter? Introduction, or...? No. That's fine. I mean, if you give Yeffy and I, like, 20 minutes, we could whip one up with a potato.
Well, those other guys sent me a letter, so... I have creds.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's go.
So you're headed over to the Temple of Sigmar. Okay.
Yeah.
You start heading through Nuln, and you find it's a breath of fresh air. Honestly, as you walk through the city of Nuln, for one, it's a very architecturally interesting city. You find that the buildings look very well built and have interesting details. And like a lot of thought has gone into just the general maintenance of the city. You see street cleaners coming through and maintaining stuff.
Wow!
You see two guys pushing a little cart with this weird barrel of water that one of them then pumps and the other one sprays onto various plantings that they have along the side of the street that make nice little areas of like flowers and trees and stuff. And then it hits you that sort of like, oh, the other nice thing is just the calm. You realize that you've gotten here so quickly that you seem to have beaten the news of all the goings on in Altdorf. And so ignorance is bliss, it would seem, as Nuln goes about its normal business, apparently unaware yet of the
let's not mention that.
That's unsettling for a
problems up
couple of
north.
reasons.
Let's simply not mention
Let's
that.
not
to
say
anyone.
anything. Yep.
Yeah.
You make your way over to the temple district. There are many large temples here, but of course the largest being to Sigmar. And as you head up the steps to the main temple of Sigmar, you can see this large prayer room with a huge statue of Sigmar. Just right in the center, just sort of standing erect, holding the handle of Galmaraz, with its head resting at his feet, kind of looking sternly over the area where all the prayers are being held. As you stop for a moment and just take in the magnificence of this space and the light playing in through the stained glass window, dancing across the statuary, people moving around, some priests of Sigmar and a fair number of worshippers. The moment of reverie is suddenly broken by a voice, a familiar voice rings out and says, "Yous guys."
No, come on. It's like, how do you get away from these goddamn people?
Yeah, to go, as you turn around to the voice, you can see none other than Wolfram Schwab come stalking over towards you.
I forgot that was his last name.
And he claps you on the shoulder, Indigo, and he says, "What are yous doing down here? How'd you get here so quick?" It's good to see yous. And he pulls you into a big hug,
Indigo.
See
you too.
Kill any vampires recently? Who's this pretty lady here? I don't think we've met. I'm Wolfram Schwab. He holds out his hand to you, Mina.
Hi.
Hi. You you kind of awkwardly wave at him, and he kind of tries to reach for a couple times to grab your hand.
I'm not supposed to bend my fingers.
Sorry. This is Mina. She has frostbite.
Earn yourself cooking breakfast, did you?
That's right.
Yeah.
Because I'm a woman. Hilarious. Who's your nice friend, guys?
Wolfram here is a vampire hunter.
A witch hunter.
Wow.
With the temple, witch hunter. The temple of Sigmar.
Witches, vampires, whatever you need.
Not vampires right now, though.
Well, that's what when we first met, we was hunting some vampires. We took care of some vampires in Altdorf together. That was a good time.
You sure did.
Yeah,
that was a great time.
And monster hunting for a while.
Yep.
Well, I was told you were coming, but I didn't think you'd get here so quick.
Oh,
wait, who told you?
Well, frankly, the Grand Theogenist, well, not himself directly, of course, but it was his orders.
Wow.
His orders?
Oh, yeah. He said you'd be coming down. I've been working on something for you. Come on.
Oh, please don't be super vampire killing equipment. Come on.
He leads you back into a back room, which appears to be a small study. There's a stack of books. Looks like someone has sort of brought their homework here and has just been doing a lot of work here at this little desk and whatnot. But looks like normally it's an empty little just quiet space for someone to sit and read or contemplate, but it's kind of a little disheveled at this point with stacks of books and papers around. And he brings you over to the table and he says, "Here, I know it's not the best, but it's a short notice, and it's this is just from text. There was no real maps or nothing, but this is the best I could do from the source we had."
Wow.
Oh shit. This is great. You know what this looks like? This looks like a small piece of information about the location of the hammer, which is
well, not exactly. So
I feel like that's what you would call it. What do you guys think? That's kind of what it looks like.
This is in your a copy of this is in your handouts folder now. It's called H4 Edge of World. So I've been reading some of the texts. I understand you're looking for the place where Sigmar was last seen in this great empire of ours. And I found some accounts of him leaving the empire, coming across Blackfire Pass, and then there was a note about these markers here, these stones, where he then verged down this path, and they say that as you get closer to the edge of the world peaks, that there's a shrine there.
Oh, that's exciting.
And so that's the most recent I could hear. Now maybe you could take a look at this, and he says, "Oh, and then here," and he pulls out another map. And so here's a. Oh, oops, sorry. Wait, let's get that.
hey, I was looking at that.
Here it is. So you could. I think if you look at the location of Blackfire Pass, and you see on my map, I got that river fork. I think that river fork there is maybe near this town. What's it called? Hoxleben. That's the place.
Yeah, right near Kalizad.
Right near what?
Dwarf City.
Dwarf City. You should go to a dwarf city.
Yeah, but I think, here, if you look at my map again, let's get that up here. Right, so I think you're going to find these markers along the pass. Right, it says Pass of Blackfire. I mean, I assume that's Blackfire Pass, of course. I'm guessing. But it looks like you diverge off of it before you get to the other side, before you get to the edge of the world's edge mountains, as they call them.
Would you suggest we go to the shrine first? Oh no, that is the shrine. Okay, I see.
This is the best I could do for the location of the shrine, which is the last written record of what we've got of where Sigmar went. They say he was headed to go meet with the dwarves, which makes sense. Again, we look back at this picture, right? Yeah, you pointed out there's a big dwarf city over there, so maybe he was headed in that direction.
Oh,
I don't know what happened after that, though.
Has no one been out there?
Information?
What? Oh, I mean, these are pretty ancient texts I'm looking at. I mean, this is 2,500 years old, this stuff.
Did anyone else come through asking for this information, or could they have gotten this information?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. This is, like I said, the Grand Theogenous orders to me. He said that Indigo here and his pals was going to be coming by, and I should help you with whatever information we had about the location of Galmaraz. Are you really looking for Galmaraz? Is that what you guys are up to? That's amazing.
Yes, so.
I mean, we'll tell you.
Seems like it.
Find it. If you were us and you'd come here but didn't have the connection to you, where would you go to find out information about where Sigmar might be?
You need a diagram for that hypothetical.
I was used, and used was me.
Okay, if somebody else came through here, if someone else came through here looking for this information and didn't feel like they could go to Sigmarites, where would they go? Like, is there a particular university or something that'd be a good one with information?
Gosh, I think if you can't get into the libraries here, I don't know where you're going to get this from. I had to go to some pretty old texts here, and it's not like this is stuff that folks are paging through. They're not exactly page turners. Points at the stack of books
We're just worried that there was somebody else who might have come through trying to do the same thing, and we want to try and trace their steps to make sure that they didn't get any information.
We think there's someone else looking for Galmaraz.
Okay, fine. We could just say that, I guess.
Well, they haven't come here. That's what I can tell you.
Who else has access to the text that you got this from?
Yeah, well, any priest of Sigmar could get down there if they want.
Okay.
But people who don't like Sigmarites, who could? Was there like any university dispensation or something?
Who doesn't like Sigmarites? What kind of nonsense is
Like,
that?
We saw
best
Sigmarite
people.
get punched.
What?
So,
Who punched him?
No,
I'll punch that
it'd
guy.
be
You just tell me who punched him, and I'll punch that guy.
it was a metaphor. Ha ha. I'm a woman. Anyway.
What?
What?
Ooh. Aggressive show.
Great save. Oh God.
Look, I don't know what to tell you. Nobody's come here looking for this that I know of. I've had these books for days now, pouring through this just to come up with this crummy map for you. For years, I feel a little bad that this is the best I could get. But
it's a great map.
Excellent map. Yeah.
Wait, one more question, because you know the place so well. Which of the 10 universities do you think is the skeeviest? The most likely.
The state college.
There is nothing wrong with the state college, Max. Yeah. Which one is the most likely to have necromancers? If you were a vampire hunter, which one would you hate the most?
Oh, that's a
He is a
good
vampire.
question.
Yes.
You think? I guess. I guess the University of Nuln is the oldest one. It's got kind of the most, the widest range of people there. So if somebody was looking to hide out, that would be probably the best place. You know, they study all kinds of stuff there.
Okay.
Math, philosophy,
We can start there.
literature.
Yeah.
You know, all the stuff. Classics.
Do you know anyone named Edgar Frank?
Wait,
Never heard of him.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Sorry. You know, they say that sometimes at the University of Nuln that ghosts prowl the halls of people old students who committed suicide because they was under so much pressure from their professors.
Wow. Oh,
Wow.
Oh.
yeesh.
Great. So, a hotbed of necromancy. Let's try it.
Sounds awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks, Wolfram.
Yeah, you were great. This was awesome.
Super helpful. I'm so glad we didn't have to kill any vampires this time.
I still
wear
can't believe you
glasses.
guys got here so fast. I mean, I've been working on this a couple of days, but I thought I had weeks still to make something better for you. But
We kind of got to jump on it. You know, we left before the Grand Theages probably sent that letter. You know, we got a fast boat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we left before any news could happen that we would know. Anyway, great chatting.
You talk in some weird ways, you know?
Thanks.
She's a wizard.
I like you.
Oh, thanks. I like you too.
Great.
Glad we were able to forge this emotional connection. We're gonna go to the university now. So.
All right, well, have fun.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Yep. And you know, hunt those vampires.
Yeah.
Don't get bit. Ah.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
That was terrifying.
Yeah, that guy's really good at killing vampires.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
is
forgot
he?
all about that. Oh, he's super good. He did it in a dress that was not even his size. Not
Yeah.
even close.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's
He's
most
pretty
of the
good.
reason. He's most of the reason Orlok only has one eye right now.
Oh my god. Dope.
I mean, I
I
guess
think
that was
Warlock
Yeti.
has 2 eyes. Yeah, I
Bro.
think he's
Well-
faking it, honestly. But
wasn't that Yeffy's fault?
I think it was
Yeah,
Yeffy.
Yeffy's actually Yeti.
And look, he
Ooh,
still
what
likes
did Yeffy
Yeffy,
do?
so... Shh.
What did Yeffy do?
I stayed behind at the hotel. I'm in a room for you. I told you guys to go to the Temple of Sigmar. That's why I haven't been talking.
Uh,
I was in,
Totally forgot about that.
guys.
Yep.
I'm a
All
vampire. I stayed away from that place.
Totally.
very smart.
Yeah, that was smart.
Realizing
tell
perhaps-
Pat
Wait, well, we
message.
have news for you when we come back.
Yeah.
realizing that Yeffy has been missing this whole time, you head back to the inn, and it's about lunchtime. By the time you get back there, and you're feeling a little hungry, so you go back in to get some lunch. And there's Yeffy sitting at the table eating some soup.
Hi guys.
Hello.
I hung up some
Hey.
really dark shades in the room. It should be real nice dark in there now. And I got the room all ready. Yeah.
That's
I may
good for
have-
sleeping. Yep.
May have passed a
Great.
letter underneath Gorlock's door as well that may have cleared some stuff up, apologizing for what he saw earlier today. So maybe he won't,
What?
turn to a bat and eat us.
Good thinking.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
Yeffy,
Not
Not
actually,
that I
you notice
regret
you,
anything.
Yeffy, you
Oh.
haven't actually seen Orlok in a couple hours now. He was here earlier when you were like setting up the room at first, when the others were just leaving, but you realize now you haven't seen him in a while. So maybe he's
That's
just
not
sleeping in his room because it is daylight out.
I mean, I may have knocked on the door. He didn't answer, so I left a note. I hope I spelled things right. I probably didn't. But
Sure,
yeah,
it was very close. Yep.
I don't know if he's still in there.
Do we need to check on him? Hey, guess who we saw who's not terrifying?
Who?
Wolfram, that vampire hunter who put on dresses with us and attacked Orlok that one time.
Oh, that won't be awkward later.
So he's here. All
Hey,
our old
great.
friends. Yep. Probably will see
It's a
Erskine on
reunion.
Monday. Great.
And Salmon's dead.
We brought my dress.
But technically, we only saw parts of the body, so he could still be alive.
But we
I've
did
been
see what
reading
happened to
new-
the rest of it.
Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah. So,
Well-
it's so bright outside.
It's daytime. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we found out. We got a little map to where the hammer is. So, feeling like this is an easy peasy sort of done
That's
deal.
great.
No way Wasserman got that map. It seems like.
I still think we should check out the universities just to see if we can
I hope.
figure out what they knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope Warlock hasn't slunk off to try to kill that guy.
Oh, damn it. He probably definitely has though.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I mean,
run
he
up- I run
was
up
very
to-
clear about that.
yeah, I run up to the nicest room in the inn and
Excellent.
knock on the door.
Bang on the door. There's no answer.
Warlock. Oh, Bart. Can I open it?
Bart.
It appears
He's
to be locked.
just sleeping in his- Okay. Okay, well his room is locked. I'll run back downstairs. His room is locked. So he could be in there
Okay.
sleeping in his coffin or whatever.
Well, I mean, I could try to pick it, but like, if he's not in there, then I don't really know where exactly he's gone either. right? Like he could be off getting a donut or killing a guy.
He's definitely probably
Killing
killing
that
the
other
guy.
guy.
Yeah.
It's definitely killing the guy.
Probably try to find Edgar Frank before he does.
Okay.
Is the letter that Yeffy slipped under his door still there, or did he take it?
We could get in the room.
Nobody's going inside to the room, so you don't know.
Oh, I thought we went inside.
It was locked.
Yeah, let's
Oh man.
go to the university.
Okay. Yeah. Seems like it might be a race
Okay.
now.
Get a head cloak and the sunglasses and some long gloves. I look like a normal dwarf.
Excellent. You're almost completely covered up. You've got your sunglasses on. You head across town. But even so, Yeffy, you find you still feel better when you stick to the shady side of the street under the shade of the buildings on that side. You make your way across towards you, asking directions now and then. You find your way to the University of Nuln, which is actually a very large campus with many buildings. And it's this large kind of area in the middle of Nuln, several different buildings. You start walking around the campus. Definitely there's all kinds of you find different buildings dedicated to different courses of study. So there's a theology building and a literature building and etc. What are you doing? Just searching around, talking to people. Any course of action you're trying to pursue?
Is there like a? Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, is there like a main, like a registration building or something like that?
Give me an intelligence test to see if you can find one.
Okay. That would be a 3. So my guess is no.
Yeah, you spend some time roaming around the campus trying to figure it out, and you feel like you get snubbed now and then as people kind of realize that you're not attached to the university in any way.
I'm from
you're
the
kind of
Blue
like looking at
College.
buildings.
I say to everybody, I say.
Yeah. And you get some like shrugs, and you get some people being like, "Boo, Altdorf sucks."
Wow.
Suck. You suck.
Anything else?
I'm going to try asking some people that look like students, asking around, seeing if they know a Professor Edgar Frank.
Right, give me a gossip check.
Nice.
Oh, that's better.
Over. Carry too many books.
19.
Nice.
All right. So it takes a little while. You keep asking around, searching. You eventually find some students who you ask if they've know Professor Frank, and they say, "Oh yes, the philosophy department," and they direct you to a building.
Philosophy.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Great.
To the philosophy department.
okay.
You get the impression, too, as you're talking to these people, Indigo, you realize that even the students you suspect must be pretty wealthy, actually. That, like, you get this kind of somewhat classist attitude from them. You're realizing that, that even the student bodies must be made of, I guess, only the sort of people who could afford who could afford to spend their time studying shit like philosophy, which is not a lot of people.
Yeah. As we leave. As we leave from behind Indigo, I'm like, Nuln sucks.
Excellent. You head over to the philosophy building. And as you enter the main building, there's a little directory in the lobby, and you find the name Edgar Frank, 301.
Kidding? This is him. This is the head of the freaking Red Crown.
Dark Arts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we made sure it's Edgar?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
Edgar
Okay, that's the guy. He's just a nerd.
Oh.
Hangs out in
Right.
philosophy.
Right. So do we
Say
go
hey.
in
Okay.
like with the surgery dagger out, or what?
Oh, we'll just talk to him, and then if things get rough, we'll go for the surgery daggers.
Does this school do tours?
We'll sign up for this shitty school.
Like my young boy here is coming to study philosophy.
I am a man or a boy too young to be in college.
Yeah. Just saying.
All right, let's just go up. Let's just go up the door. Let's knock this one out.
Yeah, and he's gonna like see Indigo and be like, "Yeah, that's a Lieberung right there. I know what's going on." And then Indigo can hit him over the head real hard, be like, "That's right. That's what you get. You don't call my killer because she's not. I'm a Hammerstein." Right?
Yep.
So exactly like that, then.
Not your best
Yeah.
plan.
That's right. That's right here, right? You see, like, it's a good one.
Yeah, we're gonna get him eventually.
Yeah, convo first. Let's
Well, Orlok killed him already.
Oh my
Maybe
god,
we
let's
shouldn't
go
have told him
upstairs.
his name. Yeah,
Ooh, okay.
yeah.
301.
Your group quickly rushes up the stairs, up to the third floor. You go down a hall, and at the first door on your left has a little brass plate on it that's got the number 301 etched on it.
Sounds
Is there a
amazing.
class in session? Oh, this
No,
is
sorry,
office
everyone-
hours?
Yeah.
Everyone
Wow,
talks
wow,
at the same
yeah.
Is
What
this
you do?
class session or is this ours? This is office, Paul, or is this a class?
It looks like a closed door with the number 301 on the front.
Let's break it down.
Let's just open the door. Yeah.
No, open the door. Open the
Just
door.
creak it open. All right. Let's
Who's
creak it
opening
open.
it?
Indigo, open the door.
I'll open it.
Okay,
I'll open
Mina, you
Yeah, Indigo
reach for
would.
the Mina, you reach for the knob, and it's clearly locked.
Lock
Jeffy?
doors. Whatever happened.
You hear a voice from within that says, "Fuck off!"
Damn it!
Orlok, open
It's
the
on.
door!
Yeah.
Orlok, run to you. Open the door. You didn't even get my note.
The door. You hear a click from the inside. The door opens just a crack, and you see you see just an eye patch for a second.
Oh my god.
And the other eye.
I want to push the door open, like just Sergeant.
Actually, yeah, Indigo, you catching Orlok by surprise. You push the door open and go pushing in to a small office, which is clearly office of a professor. The books lining the walls. There's a desk with a little chair at it and like two little stools in front of it. But sitting at the desk, tied up, you see a small, frail-looking man, kind of bald-headed. His mouth is gagged, and there are little cuts all on his face and neck that are weeping little bits of blood. And
At least he's not dead.
We're here to save you.
Orlok, standing at the door after Indigo pushes his way and looks at the rest of you and says, get in! And he,
Okay.
as you file in, he shuts the door and clicks the lock shut. And you find yourselves locked into the room with Count Orlok and apparently Professor Edgar Frank, who sits bound to the chair. And I think that's where we'll end for tonight.
Oh,
Feels like a good
That's a really good
ending
ending.
spot.
Nice.
Yes. Very good.
Man. I should say that chat has really been killing it tonight. It's worth reading through the chat logs.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
yeah.
I've forgotten how to access chat.
Oh, thank you, everyone. Hope you had a good time. We certainly did. Things are clearly coming to a head. I very much enjoyed pulling out Wolfram again. It's fun to play Wolfram.
I love hearing a character from my hometown of New York City. You know?
Oh my god!
The context
Fantastic,
is
really.
so different from the last time you saw Wolfram.
Really,
So very,
Yeah.
Boy, times have changed, haven't they?
They really have.
So
Really
much.
have. Thank you,
boy.
everyone, for joining us tonight. We hope you had a good time, and we'll see you hopefully next week if the internet setup gods are kind on 10 Dead Rats. Good night, everybody.
Good night.